What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kiwan, and I am back with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, season 13, episode 11, A Commonwealth of Problems. Before I start, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video I drop. Y'all make sure you like the video so I can stay in the algorithm, okay? Shout out to all the new subscribers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yada, yada, yada. I really hope y'all like my content. Always say that. So, without further ado, let's jump right into Love and Hip Hop because this was a mess. It didn't have a lot to give, but it was still a mess. All right. So y'all, the episode starts with the guys at Jock's men's appreciation party. Didn't know he does that yearly. I thought it was just something he was doing for his brother. And we find out that Scrappy tells Kirk he's tired of the Harrises and the Frosts going at each other. Now Zane is standing right there, as well as Jock and Jock's brother. So he wants everybody to be kumbaya, and I guess. So the men talk about Mendices and Yandy's cheatation, how the women are always giving Mendices a hard time because of what he's done, but then Yandy did the same thing, and so they're like, oh, he's deserving of it. He is. I can't stand Mendices. I can't. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all this. If I did not like Mendices today, even further, I cannot stand him. I didn't like him then. I absolutely don't like him now. Right? So Sierra is back in the studio, and girl, I didn't know she can rap. Whatever. This messy bitch. And her messy husband. Okay. So Zay's brother tried to shade Scrappy, who's been rapping for years. Okay, we don't even know you, and apparently you've been rapping for years. Because at this point, to me, your name is Zay's brother. That's it. Anyway, Sierra met Selma in 24 at at Zane's birthday party. Zay said that his brother Cooley had been smashing Selma, but it seems like they have been texting. And judging by the stuff that Cooley was not saying, I don't feel like they were smashing. I just think that it was just texting. So Sierra's sitting there with her messy big lip ass wanting all the tea. And then this raggedy ass mother gonna tell Bambi he wanna smash Carly and Bambi. Boy, you. Alright? So of course you take this time to be messy, but let's just shine a light on how messy your nigga is. He couldn't wait. He could not wait to get his raggedy ass up here and get a little shine. And this also led me to believe that this ass nigga did tell Ray, Bambi's ex, he did tell Ray everything your stupid ass told him during pillow talk. He told him messy as a mother. That's why Ray wanted to fight Zell so bad. So Zay raggedy ass sitting here talking about these women. Like, boy, you sitting here and talking about all these women, but you can't check on your motherfucking wife. You sitting here talking about all these women, but your sperm don't work. You can't. You know what? You know, I don't like him. I do not like him. He is a clout chaser. Y'all, I don't even like using that word. That's not even a word my generation like to use. But he is a user. Okay, we don't use the appropriate word. I feel like this raggedy ass is a user. All right. Judy, raggedy, performative ass is back. I don't like her son, and I don't like Judy. And I don't like Yandy, but at least I can tolerate her, and I will take up for her. Even if I have to take up for Mendeecees, y'all, let me say this. I will take up for them. I may not, there are people that I may not care for in particular, but I do feel like when I do have an opinion, if they're right about something, I will stand by it. Like, I'm not going to just discount somebody because they may not be my fave. And I may not want to do it, but I have to do it because right is right and wrong is wrong. So she asked Yandy about, I guess, the man who Yandy cheated with. And at this point, I just need her son to take her back, send her back to New York. Girl, bye. Mendeecees come and join them. Apparently, throughout the talk, he said that Yandy doesn't take accountability. And I cannot for the life of me with Mendeecees. And how he constantly plays in Yandy's face. And how she constantly allow him to play in her face. So that mama asked Judy, Miss Judy asked if they trust each other. And the answer to that is hell no. Because their answer basically was that's why they both are in, that's why they are working on this in therapy. They don't trust each other. They don't trust each other as far as they can throw each other. So they started talking about what Mendeecees said, you know, he rather respect over love, but Yandy wants love over respect. And of course, that raggedy ass mama is gonna side with her raggedy ass son. Okay? Anyway, so to me, the bottom line is Mendeecees don't want to be there. He really want a divorce. I hope that they're separated of some sort. I don't even know if these people are really married or are they just doing this for the show. Like, at this point, I'm over their storyline. And y'all, it really took a lot for me to just even talk about Mendeecees and Yandy. Rashida and Carly. Carly has her event. And I guess my question is, when did those two make up? I guess last I heard, Carly didn't have no friends. And again, I didn't watch this last season, so maybe it was something I didn't see last season. But if y'all know, drop it down in the comments. She tells Carly, listen, I don't want to talk about the situation with me and Yandy. Just know that it went left. So then we get the scene with Ciara, Zane, and Zay. Ciara said that her and Zay are not going to Puerto Rico. She said because of stress. And probably because her whack ass have to pay for the both of them. Like, girl. So Zay tells Carly that his nasty ass brother want to meet her. But then you didn't tell her the rest. That not only does your nasty ass brother want to meet Carly, but he also want to meet Bambi. He made that comment as well. Now, I did not know Carly was a schmex therapist. Not a real therapist, but maybe, I don't know if she's some type of life coach in a sexual world. I don't know. All we know is she can do some stuff with her feet. Ask Jock, not me. So Carly asks who's coming on a trip. Zane, of course, lets her know who's all coming on a trip. He mentions Selma's name. And Zay messy ass had made a comment about her. Did he call her scandalous ass bitch? I don't know. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but whatever it was, he said something inappropriate. So Ciara was like, oh, well, you know, I'm hoping Zay don't say nothing. Bitch, you know your man got a big mouth. Which is probably why you ain't taking him on this trip. Because you know he going to try to come up here and start some shit. That's probably going to get his ass beat. And probably need to get his ass beat. Because he's sitting here taking up for his brother. Because, of course, you know, most people take up for their people. But at the same time, I'm listening to that nothing ass. Yeah, I'm just, because they irritated me. So I'm listening to Coolio, or whatever his name is. And it is the stuff that he's not saying. They literally asked him if he smashed. And he didn't say no. He didn't say yes. But he did not say no. He said, I smashed plenty of women. No. Did you smash Selma? And then later on, I think he did say he did. I don't believe him. I don't believe him. I think they're trying to find a way on the show, and Sierra's stupid ass gonna let these niggas make money off of her back. Sierra whack to me. Like, y'all, outside of her situation that she have going on, I really feel sorry. I felt bad for her. But that's why I don't see it for her. And that's why all the girls don't see it for her, because she's a messy bitch. Okay? Jock, Kirk, and his brother. They met up with this foundation for troubled young boys or whatever. And Jock hopes that this gives his brother positive energy, based on all the things he have going on. I kind of hope that Kwame, that's his brother's name, Kwame is in therapy, because y'all know he lost 3 of those kids on the, he was trying to get them out the fire, and they all passed away from that fire. And I feel like now, for some people, I will say this: speaking to youth could be helpful in their spirit, and knowing that, I may have lost my kids over, this may have happened over here, but God has given me something else to live again, to live for. And there are some people that operate like that. There are some people who just cannot be around kids, and it's a trigger. It's triggering. So I don't know what's his full backstory, but I really am curious to know, like, what's his backstory. So Jock and Kirk talk. They talk about, going on a trip and all of that, and how, he don't want Kirk and Mendeecees to get into it. And Kirk was like, I'm chill, but if he on something else, I'm basically on something else. And we find out that Kendra will not be joining them in Puerto Rico, because apparently her and Jock need some space, I guess. So Selma and 24 meet they go to lunch. Apparently they will be celebrating their 9th year wedding anniversary. Kudos to them. They're going to be celebrating it in Puerto Rico. So 24 said what keeps them together is keeping the outside world out their business. Now, I have noticed how vocal 24 has been about his marriage, and how people don't, they don't put people in their business, or he's been very vocal about that. So something tells me that he got wind of something maybe this situation or another situation when it came to Selma, and he's probably like, you know what, y'all can keep the bullshit, but because you're on a reality show, the bullshit's gonna come up. I'm sorry to tell you, I like 24, but it's going to come up anyway. He tells Selma not to allow basically anybody or anything to ruin their trip. And I wonder how he's going to react once he said, T. So Yandy and her sister, basically, Yandy's husband he basically lies to Yandy and tell her that they're good. He's good, that they are good, and really he's not. But then it comes out, it's like he punishes her in some type of passive aggressive way, and things come out. So now, Yandy is like, his action says something different. Like, his words are saying we're good, but then his action says something else. This is why I don't see it for Mendeecees. I don't. So Yandy feel like her husband don't have her. Yandy, the man told you this years ago when you asked him if the roles were reversed, would he have been able to hold you down while you were in prison? And he flat out told you no. Anyway, Yandy wants him to show up for her how she shows up for him. Yandy, people want ice water in hell, but they're not gonna get it. Okay, ma'am, you need to get your self-esteem up out of the toilet. Figure out Why are you taking these breadcrumbs from a nigga like Mendeecees? Get your life, get yourself together, and get the gone. It's not as simple as that. I cannot say that. I just need her to get some self-esteem. That's all. So now I will say this. I don't know again if they're doing this for a storyline. If it is, that's crazy. Because at the end of the day, we're really over what you and your husband have going on, even if it's just for a storyline. We're over it. Anyway, Yandy should have taken a hard look when... Oh, I'm sorry. I did say that. Yandy's sister wants them to fight. And I'm looking at Yandy's sister like, what do you want them to fight for? What do you want them... What can they possibly fight for if only one person is actually in the ring fighting and the other is avoiding and act like he doesn't see nothing, hear nothing, and he doesn't want to do nothing, and Yandy's just supposed to be okay with that. Like, she's supposed to act the way he act. That is not okay. That is not okay. He makes me feel like he don't like that lady, and that's not okay. I may not be the biggest Yandy fan, but when it comes to her and her husband, I don't like how he just throw her out to the wolves and he make her feel less than and he make her feel like shit. Now I don't like that. That's not okay to me. I would never be a fan of Mendeecees, the felon. Sorry. This is no shade to anybody who has been locked up. I just don't like Mendeecees. This is just strictly about Mendeecees. All right. Okay. So Yandy meets with her husband. And the fact that he's sitting here just playing in her face irks me to the highest. So instead of owning his stuff, he just sit here really pissing me off as I'm watching it. He tells her she probably took what he's doing and what the things he said about the water the wrong way. No, that lady knows energy. And your energy was fucked up about the water because you was mad at her. And you're still mad at her about that situation that had happened overseas. And instead of you saying it, you're trying to make her pay for it by being passive aggressive. Like, yeah. So, again, Yandy tells him, I want you to fight. And he said he's not. And Yandy, if this man ain't telling you that he don't give a damn about you, if you can't hear that, I don't know. Whatever you get is what the hell you get. Because I'm sorry, y'all know Judge Lynn Toler said, never let a person tell you they do not want you more than once. I think I said this earlier. I need some brain vitamins. So at this point, I feel like they need to be at peace. And when I say be at peace, I mean they need to separate. She said they need to be whole for their kids and they need to be happy. Well, with the contentious situation that you and your husband have going on, your kids can sense that. And they know when you guys are not unhappy. So, again, everybody can live in their separate places. Because, I'm sorry, like, I'm not trying to break up no home, but this is clearly not a happy home. And it's a trickle down. It's a trickle effect. It's going to be a trickle effect to the kids if it has not started already. Again, they can sense our energy. And they go off our energy. And then sometimes kids start to think that what y'all have going on is their fault. And that's not okay. Like, do what's right for them. And what's right for them is y'all going y'all separate ways. Anyway, he said he's been fighting since he took off the ring. What? Mendeecees he just like to play these mind games with Yandy. And again, it's because he pissed off with her. And he act like he don't like this lady. And that's not okay. Like, if you don't like her, don't be around her. It's as simple as that. So, Puerto Rico, y'all. I'm going to say this. I am so sure production purposely set Zayn Ashley busybody messy asses in the same car as Selma and 24. Because Zane is the one who have the tea. And of course, Ashley and Zane are production's little puppets. And they don't mind being that for a check. Because I want to say are they even in the opening credits? Anyway, Zane claims that he's contemplating telling 24. And I just kind of feel like if you want to tell him, you have all the opportunity to tell him while he was in a car. But you chose, which we saw the clip from next week, you chose to talk about it to the other guys and call yourself trying not to put a name on it, but of course you're gonna tell it all. And I get it, because 24 is like he's making these little, he's talking, like just saying little stuff. Anyway, Zane is going to use this in a way to seek advice, but that's just him being messy, because he's a messy little prick. He is a busybody, and look like his wife gonna get into it with Spice, and I really thought I can't say Spice, but I guess Spice gonna be back next week. Anyway, the way 24 is acting, it's like he really knows something about Selma, and it's almost like he just trying to make these little subtle threats, and I feel like this is him being avoidant and not wanting to know whatever the truth is, even if it might not even be true. Like, even if it's just communication and nothing further has happened. But the fact that you're just like, I don't want to hear this, or they better not come. It's those small idle threats that says a whole lot about 24. And I'm just like, all right, well, I don't know how long they're gonna be in Puerto Rico, but yeah, this is gonna be a little messy. All right. I just felt like Zane should have told him instead of telling other people. But again, there's not reality TV without the mess. This is actually what his messy ass episode ended. And we'll see what happens next week if he decides to tell him. Because Zane was in a car. He was like, I don't want to be fake and not say anything, yada, yada, yada. I guess. Anyway, I will post Beauty in Black after y'all watch this video. Y'all go over and watch my last 3 episodes of Beauty in Black. All right.